couples that have been married for long, and tithing is a big thing, especially given to the church. Like I've seen families where the wife would give to the church and the man. Now, the question of the day is, should a Christian that tithes date a Christian that doesn't tithe? Of course, they're both Christians, right? The only difference is that one person is giving 10% of their income and the other person is not giving 10% of their income. Basically, Christians that don't tithe, some of them believe that it's an Old Testament thing. It's not required because grace has already set us free. So we're not under the law, so we don't need to give 10% of our earnings to the church. And then you find that some people that don't tithe are actually in church, like they're in churches that tithe, and they hear the teachings, but they decide that they don't want to tithe anyways. So let's watch this video. This is actually just an example given by Nancy Dufresne in one of her Q&A videos that she had.
Gal asked a guy, they were part of the same church, and they were going out on a date, the first date, and she got in the car with him, and he'd been in the church for a while, so it wasn't like he was untaught. And they got in the car, and they were just driving down the road, had just left her home, and she turned to him, she said, "Do you tithe?" And he goes, and he was telling the reasons he didn't tithe. She said, "Take me back home. Take me back home." Because she said, I'm not interested in dating someone who robs from God. And so, we got it out of the way. And so, like I said, know what you value and honor and expect that of the people in your life. And if they don't have it, and people say, well, I'll just bring them into it. Are you sure? Mm-mm. You sure? Because they may not go there. They may not be willing. And if they're not what you want, don't try to change them into what you want.
The example that she gave here, this person had been in the church for a while, so they knew the word on tithing and they knew that they should be tithing, but they decided, I think that a lot of times people they have their reasons, and for a lot of times some people are not as liberal and they feel like somebody's out to get their money, and so they should keep that money. So then if you're a liberal person with your money, like you give, and then this person on the other hand feels that he shouldn't give his money away, is there alignment there? So I think we should really check that and see, do we have the same values regarding money, or are values totally different? Another thing that she mentioned here that this person said was, I'm not interested in somebody that robs from God. The Bible definitely says that not tithing is robbing God. And I imagine, like, if someone's comfortable with robbing God just because he doesn't want to give 10%, which is really small if you look at it, 10% is not a lot, and that's all God's asking for. And if somebody's comfortable with robbing God, like, what do you think about yourself? Like, if he doesn't honor God with his money, is he gonna honor you? Especially somebody that's been in the church. I'm not talking about someone who's not been taught, because some people, they don't have that teaching, they don't have that experience, and then you can show them. But some people have been in the church for a while and they just decide that they're not going to tithe. His values have to align with yours, and money is a big thing. I've seen a lot of disagreements with couples, couples that have been married for long, and tithing is a big thing, especially given to the church. Like I've seen families where the wife would give to the church and the man is just mad. Like, why would you give this to the church? Like, why? So there's no alignment there. So definitely, I think if you're thinking about marriage with somebody, there needs to be alignment with how you're going to treat money. For some people, their money is theirs and theirs alone. Like, this money is just for me. This money is for me and my family. So you definitely want someone whose beliefs about money align with yours, because we're supposed to go out there and preach the gospel. And definitely want to be in alignment with the person that you think you're going to marry, especially when it comes to money and giving away money, because it could lead to a lot of big issues. What do you think, guys? Do you think that it is necessary to date someone who tithes if you tithe, or you think that it wouldn't create any issues? Let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.